Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I am Lisa Richmond, and this is Tarot Tuesday. So, I'm going to bring you down and have the perspective of the cards so that as we pull the cards, you can see how it unfolds for you, and then we can interpret the pictures and the messages together as they come out. So it feels more like a personal reading. It is a collective reading. So if there's anything that comes up that is not what you would say in alignment with anything that's going on, maybe just leave it for somebody else, and maybe the message is for somebody else. But it's interesting because even as I'm saying that, every time that I do these messages and I'm guided to pull through messages, it's generally because I'm connected to whomever is tuning in, and there will be a message in there for you somewhere, for sure. So, if you've never been here before, welcome. I do tarot readings on Tuesday, and then I do direct channeled message on Thursdays from any guidance team, angelic realms, my guides, spirit, whatever the message is from, that's on Thursday. Tuesday's similar. I just use cards in order to bring through the message. It's kind of like a story that unfolds in front of us. So welcome if you've never been here, and if you're returning guests, which most of you are, thank you so much for your ongoing support. And I just love doing this, and I can feel spirit present here, and I just feel like it's going to be a beautiful reading. So let's jump in and see what the cards have to say. Thank you, everyone. Let's see what we are going to use today. I'm always very attracted to the Sacred Forest Oracle. I feel like the earth has so much to tell us right now. So I'm going to start with this beautiful deck. But I'm also going to just do a little intention, little prayer before we start. Bringing forward any messages deemed for the greatest and highest good of all involved, from and only from the highest consciousness available. And may we be surrounded by love and ease and grace today. Any messages that needs to come through today, please allow it to come through with clarity and connecting in my heart space and consciousness into the collective for what they really need to know today. Whew. Okay, so there's definitely a, how can I explain this energy? It feels like the same feeling like when somebody says, all your hopes and dreams are here for you, you can have everything. And you're like, what's the catch? That's kind of how it feels. It feels like there is an energy of resistancy to be able to receive what's available. And it's almost like we've gone through this kind of dark night of the soul collectively. It's not that like on a collective level, all of a sudden everything is just good again. I think we're all on the verge, our toes are like dipped in to the energy of what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Because there's so much energy of inconsistency, being told one thing, reality being a complete other. And this is like, just like that, being told, don't worry about everything that's going on around you, you're gonna be fine. And the energy is, prove it. But here's the thing, Spirit can't necessarily prove it for you. What has to happen is you have to believe in the greatest good for you. You have to be willing and open to be able to project onto your consciousness, onto your reality, the feelings of belief, the feelings of, I know it to be true, that behind this veil of mist, there is my hopes and my desires. And they're saying like the mist is getting thinner, that the easier it is to get to the other side, that is for you to get to the other side is for you to believe that this is all real, and it's not just an illusion of hopes and dreams, but everything that you're really wanting on the other side of this kind of mist, the fog that we talked about last week, is available. The missing link truly is the shift between I don't really think that's going to happen and I'm ready to receive. It's like that shift in consciousness, moving up in this kind of like higher frequency timeline that aligns with belief. Okay, so that's the starting channeled message for all of you. And I know it can be hard when someone tells you, well, just believe it to be true. Just really believe it to be true. And the deal is we can say, oh, we've tried manifesting, we've tried, visualizing what we really want. But when the underlying energy behind you, deep down behind that heart space is, I don't really believe it, then that is what is the main ingredient for the projected reality. And so the message here deeply is you got to go in behind that heart space, that heart projection of I really want to, but what's behind it saying, okay, what is not allowing me to truly project on to my reality my true hopes and dreams, my perception of really believing that this is for me and really believing that I'm worthy to be able to receive it. What is it somebody else's voice? Because essentially Spirit's saying right now is like, you aren't here and your higher self and your soul and your team isn't guiding you into a reality that is dense and heavy for you. If it feels heavy, put it down. Because it's not for you. Truly. And maybe it's that little bit of change or that different of perception that you're needing to actually feel in order to believe that to be true. Okay? So I hope this really lands with whoever needs to hear it. It's like, you deserve this. It is for you. It's meant for you. You like I'm hearing, you can sink your teeth into this and believe it to be true. You can say yes to something that you really want and believe that it's available to you. Okay, there's a difference between saying yes and then underlying energy is, yeah, right. Okay, they're saying like, pay attention to the yeah, right voice because that's literally the only thing that's holding you back from that perceived projection, okay? Let's see what the cards, these beautiful Sacred Forest Oracle cards have to say. Well, we have protection, guardians of the land, protected, number 21. We have a stag in the background, kind of in the shadows. And the stag can represent that guardian, that protection, that kind of energy that is helping you and protecting you along the way. And saying, see, look, protection. Okay, you're protected from the perceived dangers of the current situation. You may move forward even into the unknown. That's a song from Frozen 2. How can you tell I have kids? Always songs from Disney come up for me. Anyway, this is about protection. This is about saying, what is it? All of those perceived threats, resistancy. You are so deeply protected in this. It's time for you to move forward. A little sip from my coffee. Okay, what else do we need to see? Power, dragon energy, and number 11. Okay, so 11 is such a sacred number. If you're seeing ones, okay, 1, 1. I'm getting, if you're seeing 1, 1, 2, 1. If you go off the 24-hour clock, 21, 11. Okay, or we could have that sacred number. We just had the 111 portal. The 11's really standing out. And I know that there's a few of you who have had ongoing connection to the dragon energy. So this is about gaining your power. And also what they're showing me and they're really leading me to is how this dragon is kind of around her with this golden light frequency, this golden. This could represent the moon. This could just represent maybe your third chakra, your power source, your energy source. This dragon energy is all about like that protection too, saying your power, your sacred power is illuminated right now. It is time for you to get up. That the kind of time of sitting back and kind of letting your life pass you by because of a fear of failure, because this is what I really desire, but obviously I can't have that. Like, reality check, right? The power of the dragon energy is saying your reality is exactly what it makes of you. So if your reality is, I can never do that because that's not reality, then that's exactly what your projection is. But being able to dig down into your power source and saying, I want my reality to be exactly what I want my life to look at. I'm done playing somebody else's card game. I'm throwing in the cards and I'm ready to go. That's for somebody, it's time for you to just throw in the cards, like saying, enough of this. This whole game is being led by a system that I'm not even in anymore. Like, of course I'm not winning any rounds. This isn't even my game. These aren't even my rules. I'm out. And knowing that when you're out and you connect to your inner power, you're deeply protected in creating this reality for yourself. I love this energy, you guys. It is this source of power. Okay, and change. I love that. Again, the waterfall, there's a ton of waterfall energy that's coming up right now. Connecting to the water element. I'm being shown these beautiful sacred lotuses that, reach up from the depths of the darkness. I know that you guys know the story of the life of the lotus. It starts in the depths and the murkiness of the mud and pursues this evolution of change, rising to the surface and creating its reality by seeking the light and blooming into this beautiful manifestation of the change. And so change is in store for you guys right now. It really is. Be ready for it. And being ready for it means being open and available in your heart space to receive your very, very best intentions. But what's your reality for you is meant to be beautiful. What is the energy behind the heart space that's holding you back from actually evolving into this beautiful manifestation of what's available to you? You're protected. You are protected. This is a beautiful, beautiful, this is so validating for the original channeled message that came through. Okay, and I knew the Healing Waters Oracle, Rebecca Campbell, was calling me today. This is such a beautiful deck. And when we have the change card with the waterfall in the background, I know water, sacred water right now. Water keeps coming up, you guys. If you live by water, take minutes to go recharge by water. Have water help create that healing energy within. Drink a ton of water, have baths, put in the any kind of minerals or anything in your water that help to raise your consciousness, raise your frequency. Okay, what do the healing waters want to tell us today? Ooh, these ones flipped over. Let's see. Mother of the salt waters. That's what I was trying to... Epsom salts is what I was trying to spit out. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Oh my gosh, sometimes it's just comical when these cards come out like that. Okay, so Mother of the Salt Waters, I love this imagery too because she's just in this heart of this the water that raises up, and then this thank you card is this crystallization of your heart frequency. Gratitude, appreciating what's sustaining you. Thank you for going into gratitude. I was having a conversation the other day about gratitude and how people will be like, well, you just have to go into gratitude. And so I was finding myself being really grateful for certain things, but behind my heart there was resentment for it too. Right? Because it was kind of keeping me stuck in the same place. And I was like, well, this doesn't mean anything because I don't mean it. What are you actually grateful for? Because even when there's a lot that's going on around you, I woke up this morning and the water in my world was completely frozen because it was minus 50 degrees Celsius, guys. Minus 50. Okay. And so all the water around me is frozen. Kids' school canceled because vehicles can't start, buses can't run. So, the whole point of this is that what I would be grateful for wouldn't be if I'm trying to convince myself that I'm so grateful for the world around, like the nature around me, because that's actually not what I was grateful for this morning. What I was grateful for was my second cup of warm coffee, right? To keep me warm. I am grateful for the fact that my heating works in my house. I can come down into my beautiful space and be able to connect with spirit in this warmth. The warmth is what I'm grateful for today, which is interesting because it's, polar opposite to the cold that's outside. So, but that's really like, if you are saying the same things and you can find yourself actually building resentment because you're not really grateful for them, this is about you going in and being like, okay, break it down. Let's be real. Let's bring that tiny little piece that's hanging out behind your heart to the forefront, and let's introduce it to your reality of what is beautiful. If you're building resentment about all the things that aren't coming up, and you're saying, yeah, what I'm seeing out here is this reality, but I know what's true. My reality is like all the things that aren't working, right? That's what's going to be projected. So it's like, okay, how can we soften that part a little bit, and let's start being that crystalline light force that is created deep within our heart, is asking us to project this depth of love, gratitude. Okay, I promise you, there are things that you can dig deep in there to be able to project onto your reality that is so incredibly like beautiful, and that's what creates change, guys. The mother of the saltwaters, passion, wild life. Open your heart and let love in. This is the same thing. Okay, it's letting love in. It's allowing that heart space to be projected. And the new earth frequency, this new alignment, we can look out in our world and see chaos and think, this is not heart space frequency that Lisa talks about. This opening, cracking open of the heart. This is not it. I see chaos. I'm saying do not look outside of yourself for what reality is. It starts within the heart and then gets projected out. You gotta come back in to the heart space and find that passion, find that wild love, ecstatic dance, swimming if you need to, like go to a pool, indoor pool, swimming, moving through that water, feeling yourself projected through the water, bringing this life force of this love into reality, and then look up and see what's actually projected around you. If you're looking out here and trying to see what your reality is, it's completely different. Bring to the forefront of your heart space this passion, this wild love. What is it that you're passionate about? Maybe something you haven't even talked about or seen for a long time. What is it? And sometimes the depths of winter is what allows you to go deep into your heart space and say, what is it that I actually want to see? What is the change that I want to see? What is the change? Okay? There's so much about love here, and like love is your power. Heart space energy is your power. That is the power of change. Whew. Love that. Okay, we're going to go into the tarot a little bit and see what the tarot has to say. We're going to use the Light Seers Tarot today. Great imagery with the Light Seers Tarot. It's kind of easy to follow along. I feel like the imagery on these cards are just like, you don't even have to go into the guidebook. You don't have to know tarot. The pictures show you. The pictures tell you the story. Okay, what do we need to see today? Whoop. Page of Swords. This is the second time I got Page of Swords today. I did a little pull for myself this morning and the Page of Swords came up. Okay, so this is like, okay, hold on. They're saying pull more. Okay. Four of Pentacles. And Six of Wands. Okay. So look, the Four of Pentacles, this is very much about what I was talking about holding on and being not afraid, because scared isn't the right word. It's mostly like holding on really tight, because whether it's like this, the Pentacles can represent money, right? So it's like when you bring in some, like a paycheck, or you bring in like an unexpected wave of money, you may want to just like hold on to it and be like, oh, I'm scared that it's never going to come in again. And what that causes is a resistancy to allow money to flow in, because actual abundance, money is just an energy, you guys. We know this, right? Like when we receive money and it comes in, even like you can see it just like show up in your bank or just leave your bank account when you're online, right? Like money is this exchange of energies, this ongoing conscious like flow of energy. And it's aligned with the same energy. I tell my clients this: money and trust have the same energetic charge. So I read energy. I read energy. That's my first language, is energy, like the signature of energy. And then I have to like take it in and try to give it words and explanation and understand. So for me, it's like a download. I receive the understanding of the energy. When I give it to people, that's why I use so many metaphors and analogies. For money and trust, they have the same energy. They have the same charge. So if you're truly not trusting that it's going to continue to come in, or you don't trust yourself with it, what it does is it puts an energetic boundary on the receptivity and the constant flow of money. So Spirit wants me to explain this to you, because if you're having this kind of perception of having to hold on really tight to something because you don't trust that on the other side of it is going to be abundance, that you don't trust that on the other side of something you're going to have that beautiful thing that you really truly desire that's on the other side, but you're on this side holding on tight, being like, I don't know if I want to make that choice. I don't know if I feel safe to be able to do that. I'm just going to hold on tight, right? What that does is that closes up your ability to unconditionally receive and give and receive and give, which is the constant flow of all things. So the trust, when open and your heart space is truly open to trust, that's when the influx, the inflow comes in, which is the Six of Wands, right? Six of Wands is standing up and being like open to the receptivity. Look at the difference in the visions of this. No shade to her. She's like, yo, you know, like, I got this. I want to kind of hold on to it. I don't want to live in poverty state, right? But fine. But that's going to last as long as that lasts, versus being open to that receptivity. And this doesn't just have to mean money either. This can be love. This can be freedom. This can be health. Right? When you allow yourself to truly open up to the receptivity of what is available, which is ultimate, like, overflow, never ending, like, access to all the abundance that's available, what closes it up is the belief system that there's just not enough. And most time that belief system comes way back. You're protected. You're safe. Ooh, this is all about feeling that safety to cross into, like, open up that illusion of that blockage and receive what's available to you. Look at the power of this. Okay, the Page of Swords here, they're wanting me to come back to this, is going in and having those ideas. What are the ideas? What can you, like, dig into to create this, like, oh, my light bulb moment? What are the ideas? What is this light that can illuminate for you that you can create that change and say, okay, I understand that I'm feeling a little scared about this, but I'm going to open myself up to receive, right? I'm going to open my heart to be able to receive this beautiful energy, this beautiful abundance, this this winds of change, that I know I'm deeply protected. What is your aha moment? What is the thing, right? Maybe you got to take another class. Maybe you're saying, this is my moment to be able to say, yes, I'm truly open to taking that class, to doing this course, to saying yes, instead of saying, I don't know, that's going to be, $300 to do this course. And, I don't know if things are going to work out, right? Sometimes your greatest investment is to yourself. I'm not saying if you can't feed your family, don't not frivolous. But when you know that it's in alignment to your heart space, that it can activate your power source, you are protected to make that choice and ultimately be able to receive that abundance. Stand in the spotlight. I love it. Okay. We're going to go to the Keepers of Light and ask what beautiful light being can come in and guide us today. If you've been feeling any angelic presence, these are all the Keepers of Light. I communicate with the Keepers. I used to call them the Keepers, and then I found this deck, and it's so beautiful because different archangels, guides, angels, light source, light beings come in to help us. So if there is a beautiful energetic presence that's coming in to help guide us, white eagle, ancestor spirit. Oh, I can feel the ancestors coming in. They're saying that's it. Okay, so this is to connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So I gotta say, guys, the scarcity wound of not enoughness, that comes down the ancestor line always. I know that when these little babies are born, they're not born into a belief system of not having enough. That is something that is taught to us from a fear-based energy that could very possibly come from way down the lines. Guys, look into the concept of epigenetics. Look into the studies that are being done about how the effects of fear is passed down through bloodline to people who don't even know where it came from, but it's lying deep within you. This is their ancestors saying, don't do what I did. Don't feel what I felt because of that fear and scarcity that was given to you, right? This is your ancestors standing up and saying, do the thing. We are here to protect you. We are with you. Do the thing. Okay, and then animal spirits. I love to bring in any animal guidance that is helping us along our path right now. Any animals connecting in. Peacock spirit. Okay, hello. I have the peacock right here. And the peacock to me is such a representation. A long time ago, I was told that when I would see the blue peacock, I would know that that was my confirmation that spirit is with me and that we are upgrading. So the peacock spirit, let it shine. See, and look. First of all, the feathers, let your true beauty shine. There's a crown in which the peacock wears, which is so significant right now. And the peacock's heart, look at the heart space, shining forward, unafraid to stand up and be its magnificent self. Right? Peacocks do not, this is a male peacock, they do not stand up and be like, you know what? I was given all these magnificent feathers. I can't, you guys. I've been told forever that, I'm a pigeon. I have these feathers, but I can't show them off because I'm having a pigeon day. No, peacocks are like, yo, what's up? Look at what I have to offer. And that confidence is all about standing up and shining your true light, knowing that the actual answers lie within your heart space, you guys. It is time to step forward into your light and shine bright. What is your true path? What are you wildly passionate about? Right? Oh, this is heart space, guys. This is power source. You are deeply protected. Okay? What is it? And this, I get this. We know that this is really hard to walk out of, but just trust. This is spirit saying that thing behind your heart space that's holding you back because of fear, when you bring that to the forefront and you shine your love right through it and say, I'm going to project love out. I'm going to project my truest desires, my power source to see change and know that I'm ultimately protected. Okay, this is a very strong message, you guys. I really hope that this lands and that you can dig deep into your true knowing and be able to project that onto the world so that you can start to pull in your power, so that you can project it right back out into the world. The world needs you to be open and shine your light, okay? I hope this resonates. I love you all. This is what I have for you today. Shine your light, everybody. Don't look for what's outside of yourself into what's your reality. You bring that projection of your heart space out to the world. Okay? Feathers, obviously, too. Feathers might be very significant. Okay? That might be your validation right now is feathers. Sending you all so much love. I hope to see you on Thoughtful Thursday in a couple days where I can channel more messages, getting it out there for the greatest and highest good of all. Everybody, I love you so deeply, and I'll see you next time. Bye.